Natasha Deen. World Service.
Hi guys, it's Natasha Deen, and today I am talking to you about description and when to put it in and how to use it to create really great stories. So first of all, description. Description is things like, what does the day look like? What does your character look like? What's going on? It's describing the problem. It's describing how your character is reacting to the problem or reacting to this awesome thing that's just happened to them. So there's a few things you want to think about and keep in mind when you are writing description. The first thing to remember is description is hugely important. If you imagine walking into a dark room, that is what is happening to your reader. So your reader is only going to know, see, smell, touch, taste, whatever it is that you put in. So if you start your story with one day aliens invaded, that's cool, but a better or more precise description to help your reader out might be something like one sunny day the aliens invaded, or one super soggy morning when the rain came down in sheets and I couldn't get my hairdryer to work and I was running late for school, aliens invaded. Maybe, maybe not. This is a cool thing about drafts and outlines is we can write it out and we can go, maybe not a soggy morning, maybe a super hot morning that took the breath out of your lungs. So the more specific your description, the more specific the words you use, the sharper the image your reader gets in their head. Right? One day becomes one sunny day, or it's one rainy day, great. Or it's a day when it's so hot it's taking the breath from your lungs. The second thing you want to think about is who is your character, because who your character is will really influence how you describe things. If my character is 9 years old, they're going to have one set of vocabulary to describe how they're feeling and what their day is like. If my character is 16 years old, they're going to have another set of vocabulary and another way of describing. So keep in mind, things like how old is your character, are they a descriptive person? So in my book, Guardian, in that Guardian series, Maggie's not a super descriptive person. So I wanted to make sure that I gave enough information for the reader, but also stayed core to who she was. Whereas Nira from In the Key of Narragani is very descriptive, and she references music and stars and moonlight because that's who she is. Right? And the last thing to think about is, where do you want to put in your description? So if you think about words like currency, like money, right? Where do you want to spend it? Because you don't have endless amounts of pages to tell your story. You only have so many pages. So for me, when I'm going to use my description, I'm going to use it when I really want readers to understand what is going on. So in the beginning of the story, I'm going to make sure that I put in lots of descriptions so they know where they are and what's happening. If the scene is really important to the character and really important to the plot line, I'm going to slow down and put in lots of description and use, lots of things like feelings, like how is my character feeling? I'm going to I might use a sense of humor to have my character make jokes, and then that way I'm going to help my reader figure out how my character is feeling about it through humor. I may have other characters come in, and through them talking to each other, I have a chance to describe out what's going on. So to recap, when we're looking at description, we want to think about things like specific word choice, right? One day versus one sunny day versus one rainy day, versus creating those word images, right? The day that was so hot, my bones seemed to be melting inside of my skin, right? Number 2 is, who is your character and how do they reference, because that will color and influence the kind of words that you use to describe. And 3, where do you want to put in that description? So do you want to put it in because you want readers to know exactly what's going on in space and time, or are you writing a murder mystery and you want to be able to fool your readers and trick them a little, so you're going to describe this one thing a lot and make them think like, oh, this is really important, I should pay attention to it. But quietly you're sliding in the actual clues somewhere else. Good luck with your writing, and thank you for joining me.
Blow through this.
This video is brought to you by the Young Alberta Book Society.